Intuitive Edge here. Welcome to my channel. This is where we take an intuitive look at what's going on in our world. Today I'd like to take a look at our month ahead for April of 2020 to see what energies lie ahead for the month. And I have some questions written down, some guidelines as to where I want this spread to go. So we're going to be talking about what's going to be dominating the news cycle. What energy is on the horizon, what energy is leaving, maybe heading into the past, the economy, the stock market, more about the virus, whether this is still ramping up or whether things are kind of starting to get back to a normal pace, and what we need to know for this month, and also kind of the ultimate overview. So I'm going to shuffle up the cards and we'll be right back and get started. All right, so I've shuffled up the cards. Now the first question out is, what is going to be dominating the news cycle? Now, an interesting card on that, I have the Nine of Wands. This is a card, as you can see from the imagery, of waiting for something, kind of biding your time and waiting. So I'm wondering if that's going to be kind of like waiting and watching what's next. Maybe there's going to be that energy of wanting things to move forward, but feeling kind of like, where's the next step? What's it going to look like? Where are things going to lead? What energy is on the horizon? What's emerging? Now I've got the Seven of Pentacles, and this is reversed. This is a card of looking over what you've accomplished. And this, to me, when it's reversed, is a sense of not having that sense of accomplishment or knowing what you want. It's feeling of things being put on hold. Now, next to that card, I'll show you this one again. Next to this card and then this card underneath, kind of next to each other, those two are like we're waiting, and then there's this sense of things not being accomplished, not a sense of fulfillment or accomplishment in what you're wanting to get done. So the energy of what is leaving, kind of what's fading into the background, is the stability of the Queen of Cups. This is a card of being grounded, stability. And with her fading into the background could be that sense of fulfillment again, that theme of fulfillment, of being able to contribute and not feeling like you're stuck and waiting for something to happen. And that feeling of contentment is kind of in the background. It's not something that's feeling like it's on the forefront. Now the good news is the economy for April. We have this card, the Eight of Wands. To me, that feels like the economy is going to be picking up a little bit. There could be, hopefully, some movement in jobs and people being able to get goods transferred and moved, and maybe things will start to be kind of flowing again. That's a card of active movement, things going forward. So that is good for the economy if that's going to start picking up. Now, the stock market, I asked that question separately from the economy, even though they're linked. I kind of wanted to get a feel for both. Now, the stock market has this card, and this is the card of the overcomer. So along with that pickup in the economy, we may see maybe a little bit of some overcoming obstacles in the stock market. We could see some gains. Now, again, we're going through a volatile time, so there could be some ups and downs, kind of that. It's like been swinging lately between the two. So I think we could see some gains and some possible overcoming the obstacles and the difficulties that the market has seen this past month. Now, I asked about the coronavirus, whether it is ramping up or fading away or what the deal is there. Now, we had the Sun come out. This card came in reversed. Now, anytime you see the Sun card, it flavors the reading in a positive light. Now, with it being reversed, could mean or tend to mean perhaps plans not going as expected, maybe a little bit of a setback. But again, that Sun is a positive card regardless of it being upright or reversed. But when it's reversed, it kind of mutes a little bit. It doesn't tend to be as positive as it could be. So in regard to the virus, it could be that there may be some positive signs. Maybe some areas are kind of getting a handle on the spread. Perhaps it's not spreading as rapidly in some areas. Perhaps we're seeing what they're calling for, a flattening of that curve. So we could be seeing that in some areas. There could be some good news on that front, but also with it, the reversal, it kind of can be maybe some setbacks also. So a little bit of both, but overall positive, okay? Now, the lesson for April, or what we need to know. Now, initially, we have the Hermit card, another major arcana. This came in reversed, the Hermit. It's a card of solitude and confinement and kind of just getting back to basics. And seeing this card reversed in what we need to know for April, I'm thinking that this could be that this period that we've been in of confinement and solitude could possibly be coming to an end. So maybe in some areas there could be a lift of some of the bans that we've seen, perhaps. I'm thinking this is probably a sign of some type of relief or release. I see it as almost a moving forward after things have been kind of stagnant and stagnating. So we could see some movement again, and perhaps that card is right underneath this movement card as well. So they kind of play into each other. Now the outcome for April, I've got the reversed Death card. Death card being a major transformation, something that is really big and big change, not just little change, but big transformative change. Came in reversed. Here's it upright so you can see the picture. The Death card. Now, it doesn't always necessarily mean literal death. In tarot, death just simply means transformation. Positive usually. But generally it's such a transformation that it can be seen as something that is negative because it's so life-altering. Now, with it being reversed, there's an element of needing to learn to let go. So sometimes change wants to come and has to come through, and if we resist change, change can run us over, and then we feel kind of trampled on. We might feel kind of beat up if we're not willing to kind of go with the changes and go with the flow. So there's going to be a need to kind of give and take a little bit this month and allow the process of change to manifest itself. And oftentimes change leaves things in upheaval. And so it's our job to kind of go with it when things are in flux, to kind of wait it out until you get to the other side and then kind of pick up the pieces from there. So there could be a lot of that this month, of just needing to see where to let go, how to flow with what's happening, and to make adjustments as you go. Now, underneath this all, we've got the Queen of Swords. This card, I love this card. She is in a position of strength and power, but her deal, Queen of Swords, is someone who rules their environment, and they can see things and get to the truth of the matter, and they have a sharp, keen mind. So I think underneath this all is going to be that element of getting to the bottom of things, being able to see clearly, which is going to be nice because with this energy, again, this card of forward movement, we're going to want to have that sense of really keen perception to know where the BS is and where the straight and narrow path is. And she can kind of see through the clutter. And again, with that death card of kind of things in upheaval with it reversed, she can kind of see this queen through all of the chaos and into the brighter future. So this is a really nice card to have underneath all of this, because it portends to a brighter outlook, and a keen mind to get through the tough parts. So that's good to have on this month. So overall, I think the economy is going to be picking up a little. So that's good. We may see some adjustment periods, depending on the area that you're in, whether in the US or elsewhere, and different parts of the US. So I think this is where I'm going to leave this for now for the month. So just know this is actually feeling like it's looking a little better than this last month did. So that's a good thing. Okay. This last month has been a real challenge, part of that death and transformation, I think. So, okay, I'm going to leave that here. I appreciate you stopping by my channel. If you like to leave a like, we'll catch you next time. This has been Intuitive Edge. Happy April. Bye-bye.